Ali Abunimah is a Palestinian American journalist and co-founder of Electronic Intifada, an online publication about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He joins us now from Chicago. Thanks for joining us on the program. First, your reaction to this escalation in violence. Are you surprised that it's happening?
I wish I could say I was surprised, but this is an example of the kind of irrational lust for violence that we've seen repeatedly from Israel. And let's look at what happened in the past few days, because unfortunately many media outlets are misreporting it. On November 8th, Israeli occupation forces besieging Gaza made an incursion into Gaza near Khan Yunis and killed Ahmed Jabari, a 13-year-old boy who was playing football. 2 days later, Palestinian resistance fighters attacked an Israeli army patrol besieging Gaza. And Israel responded by attacking civilian neighborhoods in Gaza, killing 4 more civilians, including 2 more boys playing football. It seems that teenage boys playing football are a serious threat to Israel. In the past 24 hours, at least before the extrajudicial execution of Ali Jabari this morning, Reuters reported that there had been a lull in violence. There had been an effective truce brokered by Egypt. Israel decided to shatter it by carrying out the attacks today. So the question really is why Israel has this irrational lust for violence, will not accept a truce, and is obsessed with provoking and attacking people in Gaza and denying them any opportunity to live a normal life. And Israel seems hell-bent on this violence, even if it means that a retaliatory rocket fire from Gaza is going to make the lives of its own citizens difficult.
Israel says that it's defending itself, that Hamas started this latest escalation in violence.
Are you challenging the timeline that I just gave you? Either the timeline I gave you is right or wrong. How can Israel be defending itself if it is crossing into Gaza, killing children, that when Israeli occupation forces are attacked and Palestinians have a right to self-defense, they have a right to resist occupation, Israel responds by shelling civilians? I mean, who in their right mind would call that self-defense? Who would call a siege, a 6-year-long siege, where they count the calories of children in Gaza and only allow a drip feed of food in to meet the minimum calories to avoid starvation? Who would call that self-defense? Who would call it self-defense, the fact that Israel shells fishermen on a daily basis? I know that Al Jazeera doesn't report it every day, but it's happening every day. Is all of that self-defense?
Okay, Ali, at this point, do you think there are any voices for peace on either side that both sides will pay attention to, or are we too far beyond that?
Of course, we're not too far beyond it if governments in the world that sell weapons to Israel, that condone Israel's crimes, that continue to block action in the UN Security Council to prevent these decades. We're talking, you know, we always talk about the latest escalation days, but this has been going on for decades, these Israeli attacks, massacres, occupation, and of course the Arab governments, which do absolutely nothing. I mean, is there really any difference in practice between the policies of the so-called revolutionary government in Egypt and the regime of President Mubarak? Egypt continues to maintain its relations with Israel, continues to carry out basically security subcontracting for Israel in the Sinai. Instead, we should be seeing Egypt leading the Arab world to ask what Arab countries could be doing to help Palestinians confront Israel. Instead, what they're doing is figuring out how to repress their own people and stay in power.
Okay, Ali, thank you for speaking to us. And Egypt has actually condemned the killings and has also recalled its ambassador to Israel in response. So